All right, so today's video is a little bit interesting because it's about 2K's lying to us about patches and updates and things like that. Now, about a month ago, I made a video talking about how 2K patched the FIBA VC method, right? So you couldn't get 25,000 VC. Now, the problem is they never clarified what did they change, how they changed it, what makes it work, what doesn't work. And people have been asking to support, 2K support, and 2K support has said that A, there is no time limit, right? No cooldown. And then B, that it's once per build, which is not a lot. That's not true because you get the FIBA games every 4 years after and like in the first 7 seasons, you get it twice. And then you get it every 4 years after that. So you're able to get the FIBA games every 4 years and get 25,000 VC. And that's how it used to always be. When I first played the game and I made my LeBron build, that's how I got my LeBron build to 99. I did the FIBA games. I played through 7 seasons. They changed that. You're not supposed to get it. Now, I've made builds, played through the first 3 seasons, right? And gone through the FIBA games, gotten 0 VC. So people believe there's a timeline, like a time limit, like you can do it once per week, or there's certain cooldowns that we don't know about. But 2K has never clarified, right? And if you ask them right now, they will say that it's not patched, that it's in the game. Now, first of all, the fact that they patch something like that is ridiculous because it takes about 3 hours at the fastest rate to do it, right? Which is not that good, by the way. 3 hours to get 25,000 VC at the fastest rate is insane, right? But they patched it because people were using it to make VC, and obviously they don't care about the game. They care about how much VC they make and how many microtransactions they sell per year. So that's the reason they did that. But now, if you play the game, that affects everybody who plays the game, no matter what. So if you play the game, even if you're not a VC grinder, or if you're not looking for VC methods like me, or whatever it is, it affects you still. You know what I mean? And I think that is something to think about. And you go, wow. The fact that they patched is insane, right? First of all, I made the video about that, and I think everybody agrees that's ridiculous. But the fact that they're even lying about the way it works and it doesn't work is even crazier. Because 2K support will tell you one thing, people test that out and it doesn't work, right? There's a certain amount of people that believe you have to make a build and wait a week before you could do it. They tried that, did not work. There are certain people that said, you know what, you just have to play through the games, not foul out, not get into foul trouble. They tried that, did not work, right? And it just doesn't make sense. It's almost like they removed it completely from the game because I haven't gotten it to work at all in a month and a half, right? I've tried it, I think twice or 3 times ever since that change they made, which is insane to think about, right? But my point is, listen, 2K, by the way, I think 2K watches my videos because they patch every VC method I ever uploaded, right? They got to a point where they would patch it the day after I made a video. It could have been fine for weeks. The moment I made a video, they patched it. So that puts me in a weird zone where I don't even want to make VC methods. Like if I found a VC method, I could not share it because the moment I did, it would get patched, right? And the same thing with 2K26. Like all the VC methods I'm going to share at the beginning of the year, 2K26, are going to be normal because of 2K. But I'm rambling on. But my point is that I was going to make is if 2K is lying about these little things, it really should destroy their market. Like that, the fact that they're lying about it, and I wish I had screenshots. If you guys want, go ask 2K support. How do I get the VC to work from FIBA games because I'm not getting it, right? And they'll give you a list of things that are supposed to work. None of that is true. None of that is true, right? They changed the way the VC, it doesn't make sense. I don't know why they lie about it. It was not a game-breaking VC method. It was not the Donna method. It wasn't the FIBA games glitch, right? This is just you play through 3 seasons as quick as possible. You get to the FIBA games, you get your VC, right? They changed that. They changed the way the Donna method works. Now you have to win the championship in the beginning of the year or the first season to unlock the Donna method. They changed the way the 7-season method worked. They made it impossible to get out of games quickly without hanging on the rim, right? In the past, you would get 2 fouls, go to the third quarter, get a bunch of points, get a 25-point lead, and then ask out. They changed that. Now you need an A+ teammate grade in the fourth quarter with a 40-point lead to ask out, right? With 3 minutes left to go or something ridiculous. They've been patching it, right? Leave it on current gen. From what I'm hearing is they mess with the current gen VC method as well. Obviously, I can ramble on for another 10 minutes about how 2K is kind of scummy because of all these things, And I just don't. I'm. It's irritating because it shouldn't be like that. Like it should not be like that. One of the things about companies, and you know when you try to start your own small company or small business, is your word and your honesty goes a long way, right? If you're truthful about things, if you say, "Hey, I give you this," if you give a estimate on something, right? Um, and it's you have to clarify, "Hey, this might change because we don't know everything," right? You might have to do that because if not, like you're gonna screw yourself over. But that's one thing, right? But if you tell someone, I will do this work for this much, right? And then you do the work, you can't charge them more than that. You have to charge them what you already offered. That's how you keep your word. That's how you keep good reputation, right? If you promise someone to do good work, you better do good work. If you do bad work and then get mad that they complain about it, that's on you, right? And 2K has done that. They promise good games. Or, I mean, they don't really promise good games. They don't deliver good games either way, even if they did promise them, right? They promise things that are fun, but they do everything in their power to make it a VC consumption, right? Like you need to spend a bunch of VC to get builds, and they change things. Obviously, it's a mess. It's like they have their own inner cycle. If we could go into 2K, like if we had an insider in 2K Interactive, or specifically the department that cares about microtransactions, they probably are telling people this is the strategy, right? Release packs like this in my team, and then in my career, make this overpowered at the beginning of the year, nerf it so people make more builds. Hey, everything you do has to incentivize people to make more builds. Oh, the amount of VC you make per game, drop that so people spend more money on builds, which is what they've done over the layers. Over the last few years, they've been dropping the amount of VC you make per game, right, and per time. So it's been decreasing. Back in the day, I could make like 10,000 VC per hour just by playing Hall of Fame my career because I was good enough in the game to get the games done, finished by the first half or the second half, whatever it was. And then they changed that, and then the amount of VC you get per game decreases. And even if you played through seasons, like last year it was horrible, but this year you had the FIBA games that made up for it. But even the endorsements, right? Back in the day, you could get a bunch of different tiers to endorsements, and you could get 6,500 VC on a low tier and 10,000 on a high tier, right? And you can get 152, to 200,000 VC from endorsements. They dropped that, and on next gen you can only get 9,000 VC from endorsements, collecting wise, right? Besides the shoe endorsement, which you get VC pretty much every year, but even then, that's still ridiculous. Like, let's be honest. Come on, man. That is absolutely ridiculous. And obviously, you guys can see I have a 75 overall. I'm doing a no money spent my career challenge thing where I'm just playing my career on Hall of Fame without spending VC, and I'm a 75 overall. I streamed everything, and I've realized something, that I don't make as much VC as I should, right? So this is gonna take me a lot longer than it should, and I'm challenging myself. I could play on rookie and make it easier, but I don't want to do that. It's for a challenge. But one thing I've learned about this is, man, I mean, I knew this, but like when you're putting in practice, if you don't spend money on VC, this game makes it as hard as possible to enjoy the game, right? And the thing that sucks is you have to put 40 hours of playing offline, right? Micro, which is the best way to get VC without doing VC methods, to get to 99 overall. 40 hours for a build that, like, you're playing offline, you can't test online, you don't know what online is. So when you go online with this build and it sucks, you have to restart, right? And that's just the way the game's designed. It shouldn't be designed like that. Like, you should be able to play offline, online, and anything, and start off with a good build. Like, start off with, like, I think a simple fix, if they don't want to increase the amount of VC you make per game or something like that, is first of all like go back to what my career used to be, right? With the endorsements, like make incentive, and like endorsements incentivizing, or give incentives back to endorsements. I used to make like 2,500 VC from incentives in my career, right? And it was rewarding to play through a season because you had a bigger contract. Obviously now you're capped at 700. Back in the day it was 1,000. That's 300 VC. That makes a big difference when you're playing 100 games per season, or not per season, but like you're playing a bunch of games. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, I could just ramble on, but the fact that 2K lied about the way that FIBA games works is crazy to me. It's absolutely insane. And I know I rambled on about everything, but to take it back, they lied about FIBA games. Disgusting. Ridiculous. 2K, y'all need to do better, man. Y'all need to do better. Like, I'm dead serious. The fact that anybody plays the game is crazy to me. Anyways, God bless you guys. Jesus loves you. You know that. Take care. Goodbye.